People from Nottingham and Nottinghamshire have shared their personal stories of overcoming thoughts of suicide or bereavement by suicide. By telling their stories, they aim to show that recovery and remaining hopeful is possible. If you are feeling vulnerable right now, this might not be the right time to watch. Visit www.nottinghamshire.gov.uk/suicide for information on how to access support.
So I guess my experiences of suicidality has been throughout my life, maybe not to any great extent in my teenage years. There was a bit of self-harming. But as I have got older, there have been more prolonged periods. I suffered from postnatal depression after the birth of my son, and that caused me to have panic attacks. It has come in times as when things are just getting on top of me, whether it be work, whether it be personal circumstances, and yes, again, I just feel like the world's against me. Nobody loves me, and why am I here? There's no point. Nobody will miss me if I'm gone. So asking for help has been difficult. When I'm in that space, I do feel like I'm failing, and it is hard for me in those situations to ask for help. But I have sought help from my GP, for example, because there is part of me, even in the midst of that despair, that loves life. And I know I love life, but at the time I am so in despair and so sad. But I think it was that little nugget, knowing that I didn't actually want to die, that made me think, okay, something's not right here. I do need to seek help. The GP I saw that day was an absolutely amazing woman, and she gave me the best advice I think I have ever received, and it stays with me to this day. What she said was that it's not necessarily that I wanted to kill myself. It was that I wanted to get out of the situation I was in at that time, or that situation I wanted to stop, and I wasn't seeing that. All I could see was there's no way out of it apart from to die. And as I say, I've taken that with me to this day, and having had some CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy, I can take a step back. So yeah, you look at me, I'd like to think I'm a happy person. I know for definite I wear a mask most of the time. But having said that, my life is good. If anybody asks me, I will tell them my experiences and hopefully offer them some hope as well. But I would never tell anybody when I'm in it that I'm in it. I will just put my mask on, and outwardly I will appear to be the epitome of happiness. But I started walking during lockdown, and actually being out in the fresh air, in nature, I find absolutely wonderful. It's so good for my mental health. If I'm feeling in a sort of angry depression, I take it out in the gym, and I have to say one of my favourite classes is body combat, and I'm the most unviolent person you could ever meet, but when I'm in that body combat class I am all in. And yes, all my frustration goes for that hour, and it can last. Those endorphins do last. What I really hope people will take away from this is to reach out to somebody, reach out to a medical professional. They are there to help you. And if you come across a medical professional who perhaps isn't that helpful, go to somebody else. It's your choice. If you broke your leg, you'd have a cast put on it and you'd use a crutch. That's all medication is when you have mental health issues. It's that crutch that you need. You may need it for a few months, you may need it for longer, but that's all it is. There's no stigma involved in taking medication if that's what's going to help you. I'd like to think that that piece of advice that my GP gave to me would resonate with other people. And that is that actually it's not that you want to kill yourself. It's not that you don't want to be here. It's that you want to be out of the situation you're in. You want that situation to stop.
For more information and details of support services, visit www.nottinghamshire.gov.uk/suicide. For immediate support, call Samaritans on 116 123.